Every country has their version of the dumpling, and in Korea, they're known as mandu.
And what makes them quintessentially Korean is the fact that they all include tofu, which gives them a delicious moist taste, a juiciness, and a great texture. 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. Wow, look at the sheer size of these. These are called Wang Mandu, which means King Mandu. If I crack this open, I'm really excited to eat this. You can see that there's japchae and pork. Those are the sweet potato noodles, and a lot of tofu in here. That is epically delicious. And this is the perfect combination plate in my book.
But mandu are not just eaten as snacks. I've come to visit a celebrated mandu maker, Miss Park, whose artisan dumplings have more in common with fine dining than street food.
안녕.
안녕하세요. A mandu making factory.
Yes.
It looks like ravioli.
Yes. This is my mom's recipe.
Oh, okay. You use a lot of different colors in
Yes.
your mandu. So
Yeah.
there's yellow and green and pink.
Yes.
It's all natural dyes.
Yes. It is a carrot.
So the carrot one turns yellow because you
Maybe because salt.
oh, so you put salt in it and that
Yes.
makes it this beautiful
Yes.
yellow color. Okay,
Yes.
and then
And this is spinach
it's spinach.
and it's beets.
Beetroots. Oh, that's so pretty. That's really, really pretty. It looks like a traffic light. I love that. That's good. That's great. I'm really excited to try these. And these are your original Seoul-style mandu.
Yes.
And what makes them so special is your soy sauce,
Yes.
which is being stored in these pots over here. 맛있어요. 네.
감사합니다.
And what I love is the tofu. I think the tofu, the dubu makes it so moist. And then this one, this is the seasonal special.
Yes.
What is
summer,
it?
Summer mandu.
Summer mandu. And this is cold.
Yes.
And what is inside?
Cucumber, beef.
You put cucumber.
And mushroom.
That is probably the best dumpling I've ever had. I think that you and I have to bring Korean mandu to the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hope so.
It's not as difficult to make dumplings as they might seem. It's well worth the effort. And I use firm tofu for this recipe. It's made from soybeans. I'm gonna add it to pork and beef. I've got a 2-to-1 ratio there. It's gonna keep this inside mixture of my little parcel very moist and juicy. And then I'm gonna cut some spring onions up. They'll break apart in the mixing, but you don't want chunks that are too big because they'll interfere with the texture of the smooth dumpling meat inside. My mom used to enslave my sister and I when making dumplings when we were little, until we made hundreds of mandu. Chuck that in. Another special ingredient is the Korean cabbage. This is different from a Chinese leaf or a Napa cabbage in the sense that there isn't as much water, it's crispier, and the leaves are greener, as you can see. And now I'm gonna add my symphony of flavorings, which is gonna start with some garlic, fresh grated ginger, ground pepper. You can use freshly ground as if you want to. Soy sauce, a good amount in there. A drizzle of sesame oil. That'll give it some good earthiness. There's always a little bit of sweetness in Korean cooking. So I'm gonna add a little bit of granulated sugar. We always use a bit of salt as well. And to finish things off, just some roasted sesame seeds. And this will just complement the sesame oil. So I'm gonna use my hands. It's always better. You have to feel the consistency to make sure it's even throughout, and you have to break up that tofu. And I think that that is ready. And now it's mandu making time. Now I've got my dumpling wrappers, which are just made from water and flour. There's no egg. Make sure you get the ones that are Korean too. And all you need is a little bit of water just to make your seal. And that's how they're gonna stay shut. A little spoonful of your juicy dumpling meat, not too much. A nice tasty morsel. and then press it down with one finger. And then my mom used to always make a ruffle, so that's the way I do it. Just fold every few steps along the way, keeping the meat inside. And that's it. And my mom was like a mandu making machine. She can make about 10 in the time it took for me to make one. These I'll just seal plain, which is probably the fastest way. Gets the right shape. And you can even make them in different shapes. Now I've got enough left over of the meat mixture to mix them up later to freeze them in trays. And you can cook these dumplings in any way you want to. You can steam them, which is the healthiest, or you can pan fry them or even deep fry them. Just don't overcrowd your pan. Just a couple minutes on each side until they're nicely golden brown. This is the moment of truth to see if you seal them properly, because otherwise the insides will start oozing out. But we look okay here. You cook them for about 5 minutes in total, and you can plate them. And the steamed ones look quite healthy, and those have been in there for about 8 minutes, so they're quick too. My mom would be very proud to see me making mandu. For a chili soy dipping sauce, I mix soy sauce, sesame oil, and apple vinegar. I then add Korean chili flakes, spring onion, and roasted sesame seeds. Those are my meaty mandu dumplings with a chili soy dipping sauce. That really does taste like Korea in one mouthful.